All right, well, we made it down to Crystal Cove, Laguna Beach, and you can't see the ocean, but it's right past that little hill right there. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to rain today. You can't really see it on my windshield right now. But whatever, man, the show must go on. So we will scout this area out and get in the water, put the wetsuit on, figure out if this is a good place to have the rock run. So yeah, wish me luck. All right, it's actually pretty cold out here. So I'm pretty glad that I got this wetsuit on. A little bit of exercise in this thing and you warm right up. So I'm hanging out with that little bunny over there, which is nice, and getting ready to head down there. Hopefully I can find a nice big rock, see what it's like to walk down under the water here at this beach. All right, so first observations, the waves seem a little bigger here than the other location that I was at, and I am exactly one lunar month or one lunar cycle away from when I'll actually be doing the event. So yeah, we'll see what this translates to. Yeah, I didn't come all the way down here for nothing. So, and I did see some free divers as well. So there's definitely some life down here. And you've got these rocks right here. Out there by those waves, there's some more rocks. Obviously life down here, right? Plus all these fishermen, which is kind of cool. And you've got those rocks way out there. I don't know how deep it is over by those spots, but we're gonna walk in right here next to these rocks, and I walk out towards those rocks over there and just see how deep I have to go to get away from the waves, and what it's like to come back up near those waves, right? Like if I can get past them and come up to breathe, then that'll probably be a good spot. So yeah, wish me luck. All right, here we go. So I'm all ready now. I got my booties on, got my GoPro that I'll be putting on my head, got my goggles on. That's the rock that I'm going to be taking into the water today. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Here we go. See what the visibility is going to be like out there. I don't know if this rock is going to be heavy enough to keep me down. A lot of rocks down here. Visibility very low so far. Not a good spot. Got it. But I got to see Laguna Beach. All right, well, it's still pretty cold. I got all my wet gear sitting in there and getting ready to go check that out down there. And from the looks of it, it's still looking pretty wavy. But we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm gonna put, getting into a wetsuit on a cold, windy day on my ever-expanding list of things I don't like to do. But getting down in the water, something I love, so let's go. Well, last week when I came down here, there weren't nearly this many waves. If you got a group of surfers out there, That's usually a pretty good indicator that it's not going to be a nice, calm, waveless day. Now, one good thing, plenty of rocks. You have plenty of rocks to choose from. And I still think it's a little wavy coming out this way. And obviously we'll see what it's like next week or next month. But that coastline over there seems fairly calm. So I might be able to make the walk starting from like there, going out that way. So that's what we're gonna try today. Thinking maybe for the event, it might make sense to start out down by around that turn and come back this way maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna see what it's like kind of fighting the waves right here. You can see it's not very deep right there, right? You got some big rocks sticking out of the water, which makes me think that like, you know, underneath there, it's yeah, it's not gonna be very flat and sandy. But I figure like this is a good spot to start so I can stay off to the right of that shoreline far enough where I can stay underwater. And yeah, so I select a big old rock and we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna try it again over here. See what it's like after I get past those rocks. Sun's coming out, looking a little nicer. All right, here we go. All right, nice size rock. Woo. All right, got some seaweed to deal with. It's fairly large rocks to maneuver around. This seems a lot clearer though. Let's see if that's true out there. All right, there we go. If I put this rock down, we'll find it. Yes. Look. Yeah, that was good. All right, that was good. Yeah, actually it went pretty far, huh? My bag is all the way over there. I'll take that. All right. I don't think I'm done scouting, but you know, worst case scenario, we can make something happen here. Okay, so I just did about another 100 meters or so in this part of the ocean. So right about there, right about there where that rock is. I picked up that rock and walked out into the ocean, just past the break there, and started walking. The ocean kind of pushed me back towards the break. Started getting pummeled a little bit by the rocks. And so then I just kind of came in after that. So, yeah, I mean, it's certainly much more clear over here. I could see the bottom, I could see everything I needed. But there's just a lot of rocks, a lot of grass, a lot of seagrass. There's just a lot of stuff down there. So it's hard to, just run. It's not like a nice sandy bottom where you can just grab the rock and start running, and it doesn't really matter how deep you are. And in fact, there's so much grass down there that I put the rock down a couple times. It would be hard to put the rock down and then be able to find it again. So not the ideal location, but better than the first place I went, the first two places I went. I could see potentially starting, over there and being able to walk around here and then get all the way around that flat rock area over there. We'll have to see. One more spot to check out. We're gonna go to, I think, Rat Beach next. All right, here's the final location. Again, plenty of rocks. Seems like a fairly easy progress here. Some of those waves out there are getting a little bigger, but there's lots of rocks, on the ground going that way. But I'm thinking I'll try to go out a little ways and then head over here to the left, beyond those rocks. See what it's like over there. So this is called Rat Beach. That's okay. So me and that really cool looking rock right there are about to go walk out on our final little trip today. Last time I was here, there was a bunch of free divers, and they said it was really clear out here. It looks like it's going to be pretty rocky terrain. Let's go see what we can see. Yeah, it's a pretty dense rock. Heavier than the last one. All right, here we go. All right, not the clear sandy bottoms that you'd hope for, but we knew that. Okay. Here we go. Seems pretty clear though. All right. I guess that's enough for today.